Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Coffee, where in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at an update to the villain leak for the Book of Boba Fett as more details have arrived. That's today here on Star Wars Coffee. Greetings, Exalted Ones. Welcome to Star Wars Coffee, the only place on the internet that you need to stay up to date with all things Star Wars. We're talking the latest Star Wars news, leaks, and of course, as always, giving you my analysis. Channel memberships are now live, and for $1.99 a month, you can get exclusive videos from me weekly as we rewatch the entire Star Wars series together. The Book of Boba Fett is a new series coming December 2021 on Disney+. Boba Fett is back and his story is just beginning. As teased in the surprise end credit sequence following the season finale of The Mandalorian, the legendary bounty hunter's journey will continue in his own series, The Book of Boba Fett. Jon Favreau, executive producer of The Mandalorian, confirmed that on GMA, and that series is currently in production and will arrive December 2021 on Disney+. The Book of Boba Fett will be set within the timeline of The Mandalorian, and Temuera Morrison will be back as Boba Fett along with Ming-Na Wen as Fennec Shand. Robert Rodriguez, who directed Chapter 14 of The Mandalorian, where Boba Fett completely destroyed stormtroopers, will be back as the head director and show producer for this show. Let me give you guys a bit of a backstory on this leak, because if you don't have the full context, it's not going to make sense. So there was already a bit of this information already leaked, and I made a video about that, which you can find on the channel. So if you want the full context of that, you can go watch that video, but here is essentially what you need to know for what I'm about to tell you to make sense. This latest leak revolves around a villain, one of the villain and the rivals in the Book of Boba Fett. Old friend who lives in LA, not a huge Star Wars fan, told somebody that he was an extra in the Book of Boba Fett. He said that he was an extra working for one of Boba Fett's rival bosses, Hammerhead. He said that his bits could possibly be cut, but I hadn't seen anything comparable to this anywhere and figured it might be interesting, and I'm curious to see him on screen. He has absolutely no reason or motive to lie or make this stuff up. In fact, he's the kind of guy who can step in a bucket and come out smelling like roses. He happens to find himself in these incredible circumstances. As someone who's been a Boba Fett fan for 30 years, it does make me a bit envious. To which somebody in the comment section said that they heard about this months ago, shortly after the show was announced. Hammerhead could be the nickname for the Ithorian species, but not really sure about that. It could also be that it was a character from the original Cantina scene. However, we will end up finding out sooner or later. My guess is it's probably just a new character for the purposes of creating a rival for Boba Fett. Okay, so with that out of the way, let me get into these new details about this Hammerhead leak. So, same individual talked to the friend who played the extra on the phone, and here are some further details. Boba Fett has 3 bodyguards, and so does Hammerhead. This person traveled out of the US, and they asked them to come back to do more scenes and or reshoots, but they could not at the time, so they possibly lost the role and ended up being recast. There was no headwear or helmet or mask or anything like that for their role as a bodyguard, so it was essentially just a human. Boba Fett and Hammerhead each had 3 bodyguards. One of Boba's, as we could have expected, is Fennec Shand. Others are Gamorrean guards, which also makes sense given Fett on Tatooine. Neither Hammerhead nor Boba Fett die, but several of the guards died, which likely means that the Gamorreans are going to die. And then there's also this vague recollection about Boba Fett and Hammerhead teaming up at some point to fight a third enemy after fighting a few times. So, this gives us a better picture of what we can expect in terms of the dynamic, in terms of what we can expect on Tatooine after Boba Fett takes the reins, and it's pretty much what you would expect. Boba's going to be continually fighting with somebody, going to be continually going after his power, improving his superiority and his authority on Tatooine in terms of reigning over the Hutts. And so this is actually going to be pretty interesting. I'm excited to see these fight scenes. I know if it's anything like what Robert Rodriguez did in The Mandalorian, that it's going to be absolutely amazing. But let me know what you guys think about this update to the Hammerhead leak in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. May God bless you and the Force be with you always. If you enjoyed this episode, and frankly, even if you didn't, don't forget to subscribe.
Do it!
And if you want to help spread the word, please give this video a thumbs up and tell your friends to subscribe. Please check out the official Star Wars Coffee merchandise, and don't forget to check out all of the content playlists on this channel, including The Rise of Skywalker, The Mandalorian, and much more.